Hey, what's up guys? Rami here with your second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update for Tuesday, August 25th. In this stimulus news update, we'll talk about the good news coming out of the White House about the next stimulus package and why there's still hope for a second stimulus check and enhanced unemployment benefits and many more things to be included in a stimulus package, hopefully very soon. There's also some updates on states getting money from the unemployment executive order by President Trump. There's a lot of information that I will cover quickly here for you, and all I ask in return is to please hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so I can update you on everything regarding the second stimulus check and stimulus package, plus more money and finance news. Alright, so Mark Meadows, the White House Chief of Staff, was interviewed yesterday on CBS and had a lot to say about the stimulus package that is all good news. The interviewer started by saying, in this particular moment in time, unemployment is about 10% and rising. 29 million Americans report hunger in the past week, and a third of Americans do not have the money to pay their rent or housing bill. That's a pretty dire situation. Where is the eviction relief? Where is the enhanced unemployment? What can you tell Americans about both of those issues this morning? Then Mark Meadows responds saying, well, I'm glad you asked about both of those because this president is the only one in Washington, D.C. who acted on those issues. As you know, I was on Capitol Hill over the weekend, but we've been on Capitol Hill for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and our Democrats on Capitol Hill failed to come together on anything that would address enhanced unemployment and eviction protection. So what does this president do? He took unprecedented executive action to do exactly that, to make sure that unemployment benefits continued, to make sure that they didn't get evicted. But I'm calling on Congress to come together. This president is willing to sign it. Hopefully we'll get something done soon. Then the reporter asks Mark Meadows, where is the agreement right now? Tell me what the bill would look like that the president would sign that would help American workers in American families right now. And Meadows says this, I think what we can agree on right now, what Democrats, what Republicans in Congress and the president could agree on right now is enhanced unemployment benefits. We could get there. We could also get there on school aid, the hundreds of billions of dollars going to schools K through 12. We could get there on additional assistance for small businesses, what they call the PPP program. We could actually get there on that. And we can actually get there on plussing up food stamps for some of those who have been hit hard by this. To me, this is good news. Why? Because the ultimate signature to pass a stimulus package belongs to the president, and him and his team are still asking Congress to come up with an agreement on a reasonable bill that helps the American people and American families. And listen, whether you love President Trump or you totally hate him, if your state applied and got approved for FEMA funding for the $300 per week unemployment benefit that was only possible by the executive order, is all thanks to the president. The only reason you are going to get that $300 right now is because of the president and his team, who were creative enough to reallocate FEMA money that was already assigned for disaster relief to go to unemployment benefits, since this is a disaster. And just as a point of comparison, the money that the president reassigned to go to unemployment is about $44 billion. And it is estimated that this will be enough to pay $300 per week for the millions of unemployed Americans for about 5 weeks. On the other hand, Nancy Pelosi called on a rare emergency session and worked on a weekend to pass a bill that would give $25 billion to the post office alone, not helping a single American person with this $25 billion. And mind you, the USPS already said that they have $15 billion of cash on hand and they have access to billions more as a line of credit. So Democrats in the House decided to pass $25 billion for the post office, and the president gave $44 billion to struggling Americans. These are the facts right now, and no matter which side that you're on, I think you would agree that this $25 billion could have been used better if it went to help Americans pay for food or pay for a roof over their head. I mean, besides, we already know that the Senate will not pass this post office bill, So that was a major waste of time. Senator Mitch McConnell said in a statement that Speaker Pelosi and House Democrats have spent weeks ignoring the urgent needs of American workers and families, but they rushed back to Washington the instant the overblown issue with the post office convinced them their own jobs might be in jeopardy. He also said Republicans spent weeks trying to secure bipartisan agreement on the most urgent relief policies for American families. We want to extend federal unemployment benefits, extend the PPP program, provide funding and legal protections for K through 12 schools and universities, and fund testing, treatments, and vaccines. But Speaker Pelosi and Minority Leader Schumer said over and over that it would be piecemeal to pass the most urgent, most bipartisan policies first and argue over the rest later. Then he says Speaker Pelosi is blocking billions in relief for American families and laid off workers because anything short of her entire wish list was piecemeal. But as soon as House Democrats convinced themselves their own jobs might be in jeopardy, they came back sprinting back to Washington to pass a totally piecemeal postal bill without a dime to help struggling families. So this is where we stand on this right now. The reason I think there's still good news here is that the White House is still asking for a stimulus package. Republicans now keep saying they want a stimulus package, and they have a skinny bill and all these other things, and the president is ready to sign something like that. So there's more and more pressure on Congress from the White House and the American people to negotiate on something and put a bill together that will help the millions of struggling people. We'll have to wait and see what happens with this. Now, as far as unemployment benefits from the executive order goes, like I said in the last video, New York applied for the assistance even after Governor Cuomo said he doesn't want Trump money. But New Yorkers pushed for it, and now FEMA approved the funds for New York as of August 23rd. I couldn't believe that he was going to decline this money and deny thousands, if not millions, of New Yorkers the extra federal money. I'm glad that changed. And so far, looks like that Arizona and Louisiana are the only states that started receiving their money, and there will be many, many more to follow. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know all your thoughts and comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. And make sure to check out the link in the description below for the SoFi Money account. If you open an account using that link below and deposit $500, you will get a $50 bonus. Then you can refer your family and friends and anyone you know and get $50 from every referral, up to $10,000 per year. So that's a good way to make a couple of $100 right there. The account has no fees, no minimum fees, no overdraft fees, and no ATM fees at over 55,000 ATMs around the world. It's not an investment account, it's a checking/savings account. I got it last year and I absolutely love it. Also, don't forget to get your free stock from Robinhood and 2 free stocks from Webull, with one of them potentially worth up to $1,400 when you deposit $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.